practitioner, when we can stand in the presence of what we understand about what we're receiving, it's an interesting thing. The people around you, even if they don't speak the language, understand this language. And that's a very different approach than when we're learning, again, how to train our thoughts, how to bring our consciousness in our thinking mind into a place of getting what we want in our life, even becoming what we want in our life. That's a very beautiful and real approach. That's going to be a little tricky when you're learning the language of reconnective healing. So we want you to understand you're learning to move between your mind and something greater than what your mind can think. But you want both.
Learning how to access this new level of healing is like becoming very adept at juggling. Initially, you drop a lot of balls, but the more you deal with what flows through you, the better able you are to access it and channel it in a way that will give life sustenance. You're in a learning curve. You somehow do not want to be in that curve, but you are. And it will continue for a while. But you are getting better at dealing with it. You're beginning to understand the attitude of getting out of its way, standing aside, letting it go through you and not manipulating it. The purer it comes through you, the more beneficial it will be to those people that it comes into contact with. You'll find there's no need to invoke protections in healing. Getting caught up with invoking protection often creates, by that intent, the very realistic illusion of those very things you're trying to protect yourself from. In essence, for some people to do healing work, there's a lot of superstition connected with it. But they need to believe in the superstition because they don't understand that the energy is what is coming through them. So it becomes sort of a myth. There's myth building that happens around the access to that energy because we don't believe everybody is in contact with it. So those who are in contact, we think must be medicine men. In reality, in actual truth, we all have access to that kind of healing. We're just not aware. There are people who come into the forefront who are opening those doors to awareness, so the light comes through a little clearer, a little stronger. But they aren't more exceptional than any other human being on this planet. Their door is just a little more open. Part of your process with healing is the process of healing your own life, of understanding your existence in a deeper way. Your life is of that which is. It is a perfect thing, that which is in tune and in harmony with the music of the universe. It is a glorious symphony that every life conducts. Somehow people in this plane believe that they're missing instruments in their symphony, so their sound becomes discordant, and they have little harmony in their life. The whole quest in self-worth is to realize that we are, each and every individual, a symphony, and not a single instrument. Once you feel that in your life, that you are part of greater music, you are more fully able to sing the song that you were placed on this planet for. Self-worth is the understanding that you are the universe, that you are in tune with other great life forces that are around us all. We are not isolated or incomplete. There's no need to make yourself whole. You are whole. It's the process of awaking to that in this lifetime. That is the business of energy in this field. To know that you are whole. You can call it self-worth, but you are great as you are in this plane. We have forgotten it, and we have been led to believe that we are not. Your self-worth is your opening the door to your perfection. That's why you're here. To remember it.
Don't need to do anything other than receive. And be willing to not understand everything. I mean,
That's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
To be willing to not know, because damn, our egos want to know. We want to know everything. And the freedom is in the willingness to not know. And that even comes from being willing to say, I don't know. And people want answers. And I will tell you, we don't really know how reconnective healing works. Is there research? Are there studies demonstrating it? Yes. Science has been spending time and money looking into reconnective healing because they know that it works. We just don't know how. And oftentimes you will meet someone who says, oh, I know exactly how it works. Leave the conversation. The more certainty and the more detail they tell you how this works, the more you can know they don't know. Because if the one thing we do know is that we don't know. There's not a machine that will do this. There's not a technique that will add to this. There are scientific theories, but they're only theories because, look, scientific proof and evidence, there were many things that were proven 150 years ago. And 75 years ago, they were disproven, which means they were never proven in the first place. And then 25 years later, some of them were proven again, and then disproven again. So scientific proof is really having to do with interpretation and the way the data is interpreted, and even has to do with the person running the research, because it's been shown that two different researchers running identical research projects will get two different sets of results depending on their preconceived ideas. But knowingness is not based, as we said, on knowledge or facts or data or proof. It is simply a state of being. And if we're in our knowingness of what's coming about, truly in our knowingness, we no longer feel a need to have the knowledge, the hows and the whys.
knowingness is something you can bring anywhere, wherever you are. You can show up with this new level of connectedness and awareness. Being this and knowing this will not only change your life, it will change many other people's lives. People will start smiling at you for no apparent reason because you're on. Your light is emitting at a much more coherent level, a more harmonious level. And not just that. It's been scientifically shown to increase the light vibrating and emitting from each and every cell in your body, influencing your surrounding environment. Once you've stepped into your knowingness, another important nuance you will discover with reconnective healing is the super ingredient of distance. This will become tangibly evident when we begin to work with others in the Level 2 training program. In contrast to many energy healing techniques, reconnective healing is a hands-off healing approach that is technique-free.